Welcome back, y'all. I'm going to be documenting our Thanksgiving and also some of the prep that went into it, and I will be putting the recipes in the description box down below. I hope you enjoy the video. So I'm going to be making date pudding, which is kind of an annual tradition for us over Thanksgiving. My husband loves date pudding, and I have shared it, but it's been a few years, so I thought I'd share it with you again. It's really not hard. It's just something that I somehow don't make very often. Shame on me. But I am gonna make it for Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'll also have to bring the mashed potatoes and a apple cidery type of drink. We're going out to our friends Eric and Hannah, and they have some cousins that live here as well, kind of doing a Friendsgiving, I guess, if there's no family around. My family's gathering in Holmes County, but we're not able to make it this time. So I'm gonna make some date pudding, and then we'll see what the day holds. So the recipe is actually my mother-in-law's. I'm using these dates, I think. These are already pre-chopped, and you have to soak them in hot water along with some butter and soda. Normally I would use these, and I had them on hand, but I'm a little leery of using them somehow. I've had them around for a while. Mom's like, nah, they're probably fine, but I just grabbed another one. Plus this is easier. Hopefully they'll soak up okay. But I would say these probably would be better, and I may mix a few in just to kind of give a little extra flavor, but this is what I grabbed. So I did use some of those dates, as you can see here, but I'm pretty sure the whole bag would have been just fine. If I had known, I probably wouldn't have bothered with the pre-chopped ones, but you can stick them in the freezer for a little bit just to make them easier to deal with, like when you're trying to cut them, they can be a little sticky, so keep that in mind. You could do that. And then basically you're just gonna mix the rest of the stuff together and put it in a pan and bake it. I'm gonna say it was, I don't have the instructions as far as how long to bake it, just bake it till it's done. I think it was over half an hour, especially if you put it in a smaller pan like this, it'll take a little longer, I believe. So I'm starting the glaze, and I will leave the recipe below. Hello, hello! I am making mashed potatoes for tomorrow. I'm asking my aunt how many potatoes a 5 pounds feeds. She's always good with numbers, and she makes the best mashed potatoes. 10 pounds feeds 25. So I'm gonna need a little bit more than a bag. Okay. Girls are in bed. I'm gonna make another batch of the glaze. It's not thick enough in my opinion, and I don't know, is it just the recipe, but I feel like I kind of remember it from earlier, so I'm gonna adjust the recipe, and I'm gonna need to add more flour, I think. So I'm gonna make another batch, get that done, and then also I might try and prep a few ingredients, because I think we're getting together with some other friends tomorrow night then, after we're out at our friend's place for the day. So I'm gonna maybe prep some stuff for soup, and I also want to run over to the house. Okay, so this is way more like it. I added about a 1/4 cup more flour, I would say, than what I had originally done. Okay, got up bright and early Thanksgiving morning to prep my stuff and make the mashed potatoes, do the date pudding, and then also make the soup. So I had done obviously all the prep work that I could the day before, and that really helped me out. So I'm just assembling the date pudding. You can do it in whatever order you prefer. So I was in charge of making the mashed potatoes. I will share my tips that I've learned on how to make really, really good mashed potatoes, the Amish style mashed potatoes. So I like my KitchenAid. I prefer to do them in this style mixer. I don't like using a hand mixer. It tends to make them like more sticky. I like red potatoes. That is what I use today. And you just cook them till they're soft. Then you're going to put them in the bowl and mash them completely until they are lump free. Make sure you stir a couple times. Let them whip and whip until they're basically just as smooth as you can get them before you add any type of liquid. That is the main instruction I would give you guys. Don't add any liquids until you have them mashed. So my order would be whip them and add your butter and salt, and then you can add sour cream and cream cheese. I know, don't freak out, but it makes them so good. And after you have that stuff in, then you can start mixing in your milk. And I use evaporated milk, at least partially if I can. So maybe that and some regular milk as well. But if you don't have it on hand, it's no big deal. You could use regular milk too. This just adds a little bit more flavor. And you can see here, they're just smooth and they were delicious in my opinion. So that would be my advice to you guys when you're making mashed potatoes. Hopefully that helps you. We also add brown butter to the top of it, which means you put butter in a saucepan and you let it cook until it starts turning brown. So then before you go to serve it, you put the brown butter on top and it is absolutely delicious. You will thank me later if you've never tried it. And we typically don't even eat gravy here at home with it. We just like it like that, and I like them to be decently runny, and it's just a staple in Amish and Mennonite cultures, I believe. So as I mentioned previously, I decided to make soup for the evening meal that we were going to our friend's house for. I did a white chicken chili. I will try to link the recipe. It is from Pinterest. I did not follow it to a T, which is pretty typical of me, but it was really good. I was a little nervous how it would turn out. I did use some breasts and then also some dark meat because that's what I had on hand. And I think I added and eliminated some things, so use your own judgment. But it did end up turning out really well. I had it on for, I think, low for 8 hours, and I got back and it was great. So we added half and half to it, and then we like to put tortilla chips in it along with shredded cheese and sour cream when you're ready to serve it. And that's that. So we headed out to our friends Eric and Hannah's place. They live out east, so it's about a half-hour drive for us, but hopefully you guys enjoy the few snippets that I managed to take throughout the day. All right, good morning. It's a Friday morning. Had a really good Thanksgiving yesterday. We spent it actually at 2 different places. So Eric and Hannah, our longtime friends from here, hosted us and some other people. And then later on towards the evening, we came back and got my soup that I put in the crock pot and went up to Calvin and Melissa, our good friends, and we were there for the evening. So it was a really good Thanksgiving. I know it's different because it's not spent, you know, with family necessarily, but I feel like it's kind of part of our Florida family, and it's just something that is kind of how it's often done here, especially if you don't have family living close by or if you can't make it up north or wherever you're from. But yeah, we had a lot of good food. And now this evening, there's some friends in town from Pennsylvania, David and Barb Esch, and we were gonna get together here at our house just for some pizza. They're clients of Nick's, and we kind of got to know them last winter when they were here. They do design work in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Colebrook Design. And they are around for a couple days, so they wanted to get together, and we're gonna come here, but she also has wanted to see Calvin and Melissa's house because she sort of knows her as well. So ended up that we're gonna go up there and we'll take pizza there, and I'm making ho-ho cake for dessert. I'm trying to figure out if it's gonna be enough for everyone. It might not be. I may need to do something else or see if we have enough leftovers from yesterday. And we'll keep it simple, but we'll go up there again tonight. So bless Melissa's heart for having us. She has it all cozy for Christmas and everything, which I'm so sad that I can't be decorating for Christmas. Normally I would have had it done already early in November, but not this year with all we have going on. I was like, I don't really want to create more work and try and decorate here. So we'll probably decorate a little bit after we move in. We're planning to have Christmas at our house, so unless something really goes awry, but that's kind of the plan. So I'm excited for that. We'll maybe put a tree up and stuff, at least for the kids. So yeah, that's what I'm doing this morning. Nick went to meet up with a client, and the kids are, Caden and Oakland are being crazy. They are in the pool. It is unheated. The water is, I don't know if it's even 70 degrees, probably not. So yeah, Harper's napping. I'm doing this, and I found a good recipe off of Pinterest that I made one other time and it worked out. So I will try, if I remember, I'll try and link it below, but I also wanted to share maybe bits and pieces of tomorrow with you. We're going to it's called Lakewood Ranch Market or Main Street Market. It's in Lakewood Ranch, and they have like these pop-up vendors, and they're doing it several times throughout this fall period. And our friends Brandon and Esther have their shop Graber code there. So I think Melissa and I are gonna go tomorrow morning. I also am meeting with Claudia, my friend from Pennsylvania. A lot of you guys probably follow her on Instagram, but anyway, she is down here and we've never met up. It feels like we know each other already, but we have never managed to meet up with each other. So they're in town, and we're gonna meet up tomorrow morning at Postal just for like an hour or something, just her and I. So I'm excited for that. So yeah, it looks like the weekend will be a busy one. But yeah, it's been good so far, and hopefully you all had a good Thanksgiving. Careful, careful. You're pretty noisy. Hi. So here's what I got at the market. It was actually all at Shop Graber Co. So there's these little berry bowls. These are so cute to display like on your shelves, but they're also practical. And then they had like an email thing where if you bought something, you'd get a free item with it. This is so cute. And then they had these adorable trees, as you can see there in the video. And I couldn't resist, even though I'm not really decorating this year. I just think they're adorable. And I got those two. So this is 18 and the smaller one is 14. You can find this stuff online too. And then I also purchased this pitcher. So cute. All of these things would be great gifts as well. When I got back from my morning, I took the girls with me to a little furniture store. They're having a soft opening this Saturday. The Saturday I went, and then the next Saturday is their grand opening. And again, I failed on the nice horizontal footage. I apologize, guys. Trying to do two things at once. But so happy for them. They were selling on Facebook Marketplace. It's like resale stuff, boho, mid-century, just amazing stuff. So yes, go check them out. And this is just a little sneak peek of next week. We're also going to be starting with cabinet installation, so stay tuned. And so thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye, guys.